Greetings, my fellow chocolate star enthusiasts, and welcome to Rank Everything, the show where we rank everything. I am your host, Ryan, and today I am ranking all of the Helldivers 2 enemies based on who I think would win in a freakoff. So, interestingly enough, I actually forgot to name the categories before we started, but we're going to do that live. So for this bottom one, we're going to say total loser. They do not win the freakoff in any sense. We're going to say smallest chance. For the next one, for the D category, up from smallest chance to say, actually we're going to change this one to smallest freak. And actually we're going to change this one to unfreakable. There we go. We're going to call this one mid-freak. Then we're going to say that this one right here is almost freaking. Oh, not with the plus. That'd be cool, though. And then from there, we got straight freak. And from there, we got Freakatron. And then from up there, we've got Freakazoid. Okay. So now we have our categories. So this is, I'm going to be ranking all of the characters, once again, based on how well, or based on whether or not I think they could win a freak-off. So, first we've got Chargers. Chargers are big dudes, and their whole thing is that they run at you, but they're really famous on TikTok because of the whole Jamiroquai sliding glitch, which is funny. The big thing with the Chargers, they've got a huge ass, and that's pretty freaky. And so because of that reason, I'm gonna put them in almost freaking. Next up, it looks like we have the Berserker automaton. So, let's see. These dudes, their whole thing is that they run up to you and they try to beat you to death with their chainsaw arms. That's pretty freaky. They really don't make any noise, as far as I can tell, whenever I'm playing. That's outside of the chainsaws going and probably the sounds of their footsteps. But like me and my friends, we've all been snuck up on by Berserkers all the time. So that's pretty freaky. I'm going to put this one in. I'm going to put this one in straight freak. The whole trying to kill you with chainsaw arms is pretty freaky. Then we've got these things, these like bile spitters. The smaller ones, not the Biot Titans, which is next. So they've got an even bigger dumpy than the Charger does, and so that gives them automatic bonus freak points. Their other thing is that they spit at you. They spit like acid at you, and that is outrageous. That's outrageous. That's full Freakatron right there, if you ask me. Then we've got Biot Titans. So Biot Titans are, I guess they're like the largest or second largest enemy in the game now. You know, maybe it's like a sort of a tie with the Walker. And so the question is, they are much taller, and they like can step on you and kill you. That's pretty freaky. They do spit tons of acid. Their dumping's not as big, so I'm gonna say they're a straight freak. I can't even fucking tell what that one is. Unfreakable. I can't even tell what it is. Unfreakable. This is one of like the sort of guard ones. One of the ones that are like it's really armored in the front. It has like slashing attacks. It's like mid freak. This looks to be another Charger, unless this one isn't the Charger, which this one's definitely the Charger. So almost freaking. Then we've got a regular bot. Looks like it's the one that has the gun on one side and like a sword arm on the other. So the thing with these guys is that One, they try to kill you with their sword arm. Pretty freaky. It's not chainsaw or anything, so less points for that. But then with their other hand is what they use to summon in bot drops, and summoning other dudes to assist him in freaking you is pretty freaky. That's almost freaking. So this is a Devastator. Looks like it's just a regular Devastator. So Devastators they're just heavily armored in the front. They have like a hand that has nothing else in it. It's like just hand to beat the shit out of you if it gets too close. And then a gun hand. These guys are probably the least freakiest of the guys, but they're not unfreakable. I'm going to put them in smallest freak. So this is my friends call these things walking fabricators. I don't know if that's their actual name. But they have a gun on the front, or gun on top, 2 guns in the front, and apparently guns in the back. So anytime you have a gun that shoots out of your ass, that's pretty freaky. They just walk around. They're really they're actually not that slow. They could be a lot slower, and so I'm gonna say they're like mid freak because of that reason. Drop ships, unless that's the gun ship. That's the gunship. The gunships, they kind of go around in like patrols of 2 or 3, and they look for you. They have scanners that you can very obviously see. And so, anytime you're scanning for somebody to kill, that's a mega freak shit right there. They've got guns. They die really fast. So I feel like the concept of an enemy that goes out of its way to look for you and then dies as soon as you start doing that's some crazy freak stuff. This dude's a straight freak, if you ask me. Now we have the heavy Devastator. The only real difference is that these guys carry a shield, and they have a gun arm. So. So these guys literally carry a shield to protect themselves. I'm gonna say that's unfreakable. For any kind of protection, unfreakable. Especially this guy. He's got the mega protection, ultimate unfreakable. We've got drop ships next. It's literally the one that comes by whenever this guy does his bot drop. It's the one that brings in the dudes to perform the more freaking. So it literally delivers the dudes for the freaking. So I'm gonna say this is almost freaking. Up next we have this fucking thing. I think it's called like a Warden or something like that. It's sort of the same as this one. Not as strong, not as tough, not as armored. I feel like having less armor, and which being more susceptible to pain. And being more susceptible to pain, I feel like that's extra freaky. So I'm gonna put this guy in the almost freaking category. Right, the Hulks. So there's 2 kinds of Hulks. There's a Hulk that has 2 regular guns, and then there's the Hulk that has the flamethrower and like a buzzsaw arm or something. And the one with the 2 guns just kills you, but the one with this guy, his whole thing is that he has to get close to you, and so anybody who's going to take that much time to try to get close to you, because these guys are not fast. Anybody who's going to take that much time to get close to you, probably a freak. Killing somebody with a flame weapon, that's freaky. Having a freaking buzzsaw, not a chainsaw, a buzzsaw, like a wood cutting saw or a metal cutting saw to kill people with, that's mega freaky. This guy's probably going to be, this guy's a freakatron, for real. Next we have this fucking thing. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's probably like a mid freak. We have, I think this is the same as this one and this one, but this one's got the jetpack. The jetpack ones are scary because they jetpack up to you, and if you kill them in a certain way, their jetpack will explode, which will kill you. And so these guys are effectively suicide bombers. And that's freaky. Straight freak. These are like the tiny versions of these sort of guys. Like all these, this one, and this one. These are, and I guess probably this one too. Maybe they're like the tiny versions. And so anything that's they always travel in packs. Anytime you travel in a pack to freak up on somebody, that's pretty freaky. Almost freaking. This one's just like this one, except this one explodes in acid. Pretty freaky, straight freak. So this is the Rocket Devastator. The difference between this one is that this guy's got same as this one, but he's got rocket pods on his shoulders. But they break pretty easily when you shoot at them. I'm dying. They break pretty easily when you shoot at them. And so there's just really, I mean, it's probably just it's probably another smallest freak situation. This guy, same as up in here. So this is the Strider. It's like an AT-AT from Star Wars. Except they've got a bot that pilots it from the back. Interesting thing about these guys, they have fully enclosed ones on higher difficulties, which is a very new thing. So you can't go behind them and shoot them from the back, which once again, shooting anybody from the back, giving anybody shots from the back is pretty freaky. So this guy's at almost freaking bare minimum. But what elevates him is that when it comes to their front side, you have to have a medium armor penetrating weapon to do this. You can shoot them in this dick area, and it does actual damage. You can kill them from the front with the Diligence counter sniper by shooting them in this front dick part. So anytime you got to be killed by getting shot in the dick, that's Freakatron right there. Bro's a Freakatron for real. Here we have the first tank. This is the Shredder tank, so it fires a lot of shots really fast. It can only be killed from behind. Once again, pretty freaky. Yeah, bro's a straight freak for real. Now we got the flying version of these motherfuckers. I haven't played against these guys too much. I just know that they're the kind that like sort of travel in packs. They fly, which is pretty freaky. Kind of hard to shoot them in the thick of a fight. Yeah, that's like mid freak. These dudes, I really don't know what the difference between this one and this one is. So I'm just going to put them in the same category. Straight freak. All right, here's the big one. This is the Stalker. The Stalker's whole fucking thing is that it turns invisible. It chases you down like Hunter style. And like it stalks you just like its name. And then it leaps at you. It sticks its tongues or thingies out at you and throws you. This is max freak. This is a freakazoid, if you ask me. This motherfucker would win the freak-off. Here we have I don't remember what this tank is called exactly, but it's got a big gun. It's like big gun, big insta-kill weapon. Anything, once again, can only be killed from the back. Yeah, so any kind of thing. Big gun for, I don't know. I'm going to say this one's a Freakatron. Now here we have the most regular bot of all. It's just a dude with a gun. He doesn't have any cool sword arm, nothing, no shit on his shoulders, nothing on his back, nothing like that. Smallest freak. And then finally we have this thing, which is basically the same, interchangeable as fucking all this shit of fucking mid freak. And with that, there you have it. This is our list of which Helldivers 2 enemy would win in a freak-off, and what second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth places would be. If you all enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more of rankings in the future. Please, in the comments, list the next ranking you would like to see. It can be literally anything. Once again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good one.